Hey, space friends, this week I'm talking about petrified waterfalls. Since we're all staying at home more often nowadays, I was flipping through some of my past travels and came across a trip that I took that actually I never published the footage from. Shortly after I went to Antarctica, when I got back, I went on a trip to Oaxaca, Mexico. It was absolutely amazing going to Oaxaca and getting to see all of the stuff there. But one of the cool things that I was able to see near Oaxaca, Mexico is this amazing natural phenomenon of essentially a petrified waterfall. So I wanted to share a little bit of a travel log with you and some of the really cool science behind it. Take a listen. Hey space friends, I am here near Oaxaca, Mexico. I just got back from Antarctica a few weeks ago and I decided I was so cold there that I wanted to warm up a bit. So I'm here in very warm weather here in Mexico and I'm at the site of a really awesome natural occurrence. I'm at the site of essentially a petrified waterfall behind me. And what's actually happening behind me is that there is a waterfall of calcium carbonate coming down and forming essentially what looks like this petrified waterfall. It's this amazing natural occurrence, and it's really cool to see it here in person because it's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It almost looks like a wooden waterfall up close. So yeah, Hierve el Agua, or the water boils, is this set of two petrified waterfalls that you can drive to from Oaxaca and then actually just hike around it and see it from all of these different angles. It's just absolutely beautiful no matter which angle you see it from, but being able to actually get up close and personal and hike around it was really special. But the science behind how this natural formation takes place is really cool. Essentially, it's a water spring that's oversaturated with calcium carbonate and a few other minerals, which gives it its unique colors when it comes up to the surface, and also gives it its unique bubbling factor when it comes up to the surface. So if you look at all the little pools on the surface of this natural phenomenon, you can see it sort of bubbling up and thus looking like it's boiling, hence the name The Water Boils, or Hierve el Agua. In addition to seeing the water bubble up on the surface and getting to see it boil, although it's not literally boiling, it's just bubbling up, but in addition to getting to see that and all the beautiful colors it makes, there's also a pool that's dedicated to tourists, where tourists can actually swim in a pool next to all of these natural formations, and it's right at the cliff's edge, which is a little intense to look at, but people were having fun. Okay, but what's the process that's actually at play here? Well, what's actually going on is that rainwater is falling down into this area of the earth and it's interacting with a limestone mountain that it's sitting on and a bunch of marble and other geological processes. And as this rainwater is going through the ground, it's picking up and oversaturating with calcium carbonate. And then that calcium carbonate is bubbling up to the surface and spilling over. Over time, these very tiny amounts of calcium carbonate are building up, thus forming this petrified waterfall, or this waterfall that's frozen in time. And it just builds up over thousands of years. If this seems like something familiar that you've maybe seen elsewhere, this is actually exactly how stalactites form inside of caves. So this petrified waterfall is actually really fascinating because it's like a stalactite inside of a cave, but there's no cave and it's just happening out in the open. It's absolutely beautiful. This natural phenomenon in Mexico is really special, and if you ever get a chance to visit it, I definitely recommend it. There's not many like it in the world. There's terraced waterfalls in Turkey and southern China, and there used to be one in New Zealand until the 1800s when it got destroyed by a volcano. But the ones in Turkey and southern China are beautiful, but they're very different. They're more horizontal terraced waterfalls rather than having a huge drop off like this one. So if you do ever get a chance to visit Hierve el Agua in Mexico, I definitely recommend it. It's just really beautiful and it's a really special place and reminds you just how amazing our home planet is. Okay, that's it for me this week. Check out the YouTube description below because I'll put some links to this topic in there that you can check out. Also, a shout out to the really awesome patrons who are helping support videos like this one. You can head on over to my Patreon campaign if you're not a patron yet and help support videos like this. I really appreciate it. And Whether you're staying at home or maybe in the future one day when we're able to travel again, either way, remember to always be exploring.